Hey there, folks. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. If you're not new, I have an interesting pocket knife for you on this session. It's a Lloyd. And Lloyd is a bit of a mystery. So if anybody has any knowledge of Lloyd, pocket knife, let me know. It has this Lloyd on there, and above the Lloyd name is a crown, and on this side it's an interesting symbol. It as I found out, I mean, that looks like a Star of David, which is a Jewish thing, but as I found out, it doesn't necessarily mean that. I guess there's a long history of the six-pointed star on cutlery and swords and stuff like that, so it's not a foregone conclusion that that is a Jewish thing. But of course, that's a pretty strong indication of something having to do with Jewish religion. But I don't know. Here on this side, the Lloyd is a little bit more clear. So who is Lloyd? I don't know. Short story is I don't know. The sources that I've looked up, I have Levine's catalog, and there is a Lloyd in there, and that would refer to a Lloyd, Suppley and Walton, which is a hardware wholesaler in the 19th century, based out of Philadelphia. So it could be that. I did see a lot of references to what I believe is a modern knife, J.H. Lloyd, so I don't think it's that. When looking this up with ChatGPT, ChatGPT thinks that this is a Lloyd pocket knife that was made in Germany by Heinrich Kaufmann and Son around 1905. But in that, it didn't reference anything about the crown or the six-pointed star or anything like that. Oh, I should mention it was grandfather put a worth of $10 on it. So I'm gonna take that off. So that was ChatGPT, and then Google AI actually thinks it's an Imperial. I don't know, that would be hard for me to believe, but mostly because I think I was associating it with the crown on there. So there you go. So you have those sort of 3 or 4 sources kind of contradicting each other. So I'm not quite sure what it would have been. If I had to guess, I would go with the ChatGPT answer of a German knife that has Lloyd on it, or possibly the Philadelphia hardware supplier. It's all metal, as you can see. It does have some kind of pitting going on there, and little problems, maybe starting to tarnish and form rust. But otherwise, a pretty solid knife. This seems to be some sort of metal protrusion. I don't know what that would be for. That was covered up by tape, and so now it's the first time I've seen that. I don't know what that would be for. But otherwise, it's kind of the standard abrasive cleaning scratches and some scuffs from use and stuff like that. But it works well. There is a touch of wobble there on that blade, but as you've heard already, it has a pretty good snap to both blades. I don't know, this doesn't strike me as a 19th century pocket knife. Obviously it could be, but it's super well preserved for something like that, so I'm not sure about that. Kind of looks like it's been sharpened down some, and you can still see scuffs and stuff like that on there. But both blades function pretty darn well. No wobble on that side, and the cover, it just looks like it kind of just wraps around to me to also be the liner. So pretty interesting. So yeah, if anybody has any info on the Lloyd or anything or recognize that, let me know. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this guy. Thanks for checking that out with me. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Hey, quick addendum to this. I was cleaning off the tape, and what I originally thought was just kind of some pitting or something like that turns to actually be words. So on this side it says patent, PAT 17566, and on here it says DRG 215889. So kind of interesting. That looks like it does refer to the German manufacturer. I did, using that, was actually able to locate another pocket knife that with those exact symbols on the tank stamp. So it looks like same manufacturer, and they proclaimed it to be the Heinrich Kaufmann and Son manufacturer, made around 1905. So strong indication that that is it. Of course, they could be wrong as well. We both could be wrong, but that seems to be what it is. So that would make this a 120-year-old metal pocket knife. So pretty neat. So there you go. I just wanted to make sure that I got that in there. I didn't notice that until too late. So thanks. Bye for now.